Hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater. My name is Lynn Shields, and I'm your host for the evening. Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a wide variety of styles and genres. And tonight, we're excited to present the world debut of our brand new show, the Improvised Museum of Art. When Synergy Theater is out in the world, we're proud to perform at the beautiful Dean Lesher Center for the Performing Arts in Walnut Creek, California. But now, of course, we're not outside in the world. So for as long as we're all here inside, Synergy Theater is absolutely delighted to live stream our shows right into your home via YouTube and Facebook. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube and you'd like to interact with us via chat, then please go ahead and log into your YouTube account now. That way you'll be able to use the chat feature and offer us some suggestions at the top of the show. Also, as I've already mentioned, our presentation tonight is the Improvised Museum of Art, and the show takes place, not surprisingly, in an art museum, where 3 famous paintings are mounted on the wall. So, do you ever wonder what the paintings say to each other when no one is watching? Well, tonight, you're about to find out. Our 3 paintings tonight are the Mona Lisa, the Son of Man, that guy with the apple floating in front of his face, and the Young Sick Bacchus, by Michelangelo Merisi de Caravaggio. And as always, we're going to ask you for some suggestions to inspire our improvisers. Now, this is where you have to be logged into your YouTube account if you want to interact with us through YouTube, because we're going to ask you to type in suggestions into your chat box. Okay, here we go. For our first suggestion tonight, we'd like you to tell us what deep, important, philosophical issue our 3 paintings are debating as the show begins. It can be something serious like the meaning of the universe, or something light and silly like Twizzlers versus Red Vines, or anything at all that you'd like to hear our paintings debate amongst themselves tonight. Now, as soon as you think of something, just pop it into your chat window, and as I see them start to come in, I'll go ahead and grab one. Okay, so first suggestion we want, again, for you to type into your chat is, what are the paintings debating? Okay. And I'm going to check it out here and see if any are coming in yet. Let's see. What could they be debating? What great philosophical question. The meaning of life. And as you guys are thinking about that, I don't see any suggestions yet. So I'm going to let you think about what you want them to be debating and go on for another suggestion. Okay, for the second suggestion tonight, and this should be an easy one, we'd like you to offer us a strong emotion that one of our paintings is consumed with at the beginning of the show. It can be any emotion at all that one of our paintings is just filled with, either positive or negative. Okay, so to go over, the first suggestion that you can write in your chat are, what are the paintings debating at the beginning? Second, what is one strong emotion that one of the paintings is consumed with? And part 2 is, which of the 3 paintings is consumed with that emotion? Okay.
Hey, Lynn, this is Roger up in the booth. We do have some suggestions coming in on YouTube, and so I'm going to read them out to you, and then you can choose one, all right?
Oh, that's great, because I'm not getting them on my.
That's all right. So for the first suggestion, what is a philosophical issue the characters are debating? We had Claudine Goldstein suggest, which came first, the chicken or the egg. We had Alan Beer suggest, are lemon bars cake? Karen Harrell, nature versus nurture. Why lint develops in a navel. Why don't you go ahead and pick one of those?
Okay, I think we should do, well, I like the first one for our purposes. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
All right, excellent job. And then the next question you were asking was, what is an emotion that one of the paintings is consumed with at the top of the show? So here are some suggestions for you. Guilt, giddy, sadness, jealousy, fear, yearning.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to pick yearning. Now,
All right, yearning. And then you asked which of our three paintings tonight are feeling yearning. The only name that I see that's popped up there is Mona Lisa.
all right, then it's a no-brainer. It's Mona Lisa who's yearning.
All right. And then you asked, did you ask the third
I
question yet?
didn't ask the third question,
All right.
but that is, since all of the paintings spend their entire life just mounted on a wall, staring at the people who visit the museum, we can only imagine what feelings they have about those people. So my question is, what is something about the people that visit the museum that one of our paintings is jealous of? And part two, which of the paintings is feeling jealous? So what are they jealous of about the visitors, and which painting is it?
All right. Here are some suggestions popping up. Hairdo, children, wearing modern clothing,
Okay, thank you.
jealous of their free mobility, the ability to go outside. Why don't you pick one of those?
Okay, mobility, which is also tied in with the ability to go outside.
All right. And Randy Salvador, who gave us that suggestion, also said that that should be given to the Apple Dude.
Apple dude, all right. Okay, well, that's excellent. Thank you, Roger, for your help in the booth. Let me review all three of the suggestions. At the beginning of the show, our three paintings are debating which came first, the chicken or the egg. Mona Lisa is consumed with a yearning emotion. And the son of man, AKA Apple Dude, is jealous of the fact that the people who visit the museum are mobile and can leave. And now, sit back, grab a map, and display your entrance sticker prominently because you have arrived at the Improvised Museum of Art.
Dear patrons, the Museum of Art will close in 5 minutes. Please take your time to look at the... Dear patrons, welcome to the Museum of Art.
Oh, Mom, look over here. I see, oh my God, my favorite painting, Mom, the Mona Lisa.
Oh, son,
Yeah,
look at her.
it
Well,
says here it was painted by Leonardo da Vinci between 1503 and 1506, oil on popular panel. The Mona Lisa is considered to be an archetypical masterpiece and is often described as the most famous, most visited, and most written about work of art in history. Wow.
oh, wow. Oh, and son, look at this one. The guy with the apple in his face. It's called The Son of Man by Rene Magritte. Oh, it was painted in 1964, oil on canvas. Do you know it's one of the most recognizable paintings of the Surrealist movement? The painting is both simple and ambiguous, with the meaning left to the interpretation of the viewer.
Sarah, come here. This is the painting we studied in art history. I couldn't wait to see this one. Young, Sick Bacchus by Michelangelo Merisi de Caravaggio, painted between 1593 and 1594, oil on canvas, self-portrait of the artist. The grimace and tilt of the head denotes suffering, a common feature in Baroque art. The painting indicates that Caravaggio's physical ailment likely involved, malaria, as the jaundiced appearance of the skin and the istrus in the eyes are indications of some active hepatic disease causing high levels of bilirubin. Oh. Let's go.
So did they play the wrong announcement in the beginning? Did they say that the museum was closing?
They did, humans.
You know, I think that might be my fault
Yeah.
because I'm sorry, son of man, you're talking, but I was saying I think that might be my fault for inventing alcohol in the first place.
All right. So, as I was saying, clearly the chicken came second and the egg came first because in evolution, the creature that gave birth, laid the egg that hatched the first chicken was not a chicken. It was slightly evolutionarily before the chicken.
You're completely discounting the ovary in this instance because the egg, son, is the thing that comes first. Without the egg, there can be no chicken.
No, well, that's exactly what I said. I'm saying the egg came first because the chicken hatched out of the egg, but the bird, the fowl that gave birth to that chicken, that laid that egg, was not a chicken. It was something else that we don't know what it was called.
Your modern sensibilities of this evolution are quite silly. Obviously, it was the Roman gods, such as my father Jupiter, who created the egg for delight. The egg came first.
Listen, Bacchus, I know that you believe in all of the mythology connected to your story, but the truth is, none of that stuff is real. There's just evolution, there's just accident, chemical reaction. Things happen with no plan. An animal that is not a chicken lays an egg and a chicken hatches. It's accident.
Is it an accident when they came each morning and brought a basket of eggs? That's no accident.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa.
Well, while I was in the studio, Leo would have baskets of eggs delivered because he thought the form was a perfect form. It was completely structurally sound and could hold its own weight and could even keep something liquid inside of it. He was mesmerized with an egg. So he had them delivered every day and he would study them.
Leo, Leo, Leo. All you talk about is Leo, Mona. Why don't you marry him? You love him so much.
Oh, that's right. He's dead centuries ago.
Oh, if only I could have had the opportunity to touch his skin. I could only feel the bristles of his brush go across my canvas. But oh, I would often yearn to touch his bristly beard and his skin.
Oh, Sally, wow, you brought me here on our first date? This is wonderful.
Well, I just felt like I wanted to be in a special place when I told you how much I really love you.
Oh,
Yes, I love you.
that just means so much to me. In fact, I don't think I ever got over our first date when you asked me to breakfast and we had those amazing eggs. I knew, is it too forward to say I knew it was love at first sight, even though we didn't know each other?
Well, it's not now that I care about you the way I do. But if you had said it then, I think those scrambled eggs might have been in your lap.
Oh, I know. Sometimes my friends tell me that I'm too forward and too fast, but I don't know. When you brought me here and I'm looking at these amazing paintings of life and longing, and I can see it in Mona Lisa's eyes, really. And oh, that poor dear Bacchus. it just makes me think that life is short, and I do love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Will you marry me? And let these beautiful paintings be the witness of your answer.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I love you. Come on, let's go celebrate.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
Is it beautiful to witness something that you can never experience?
Lisa, I poke fun at you because you fell in love with your painter hundreds of years ago. But the truth is, I only poke fun at you because I feel the same thing and I don't want to admit it.
You feel love? For whom?
You'll laugh.
Who is it?
I hang here mounted on this wall every day, just staring out over the top of the peel, looking at all of those people coming and going and living their life so freely. I burn with envy. I want to just rip my image off of this canvas sometimes and run out of here with them. And sometimes when I just sit here and I'm looking out at the visitors, I could swear, now don't laugh at me, but I could swear that sometimes they're not looking at a painting, but they're looking at me. Do you know that school teacher who comes here on the third Thursday of every month with a group of third graders?
Yeah.
That beautiful, beautiful lady with her long, curly brown hair and that olive skin and those dark, piercing eyes.
Is that the one you're in love with, Sonny?
Yes, I am so in love with her. But here's the thing. Don't laugh. Bacchus, do not laugh. I think it's mutual.
Oh, Sonny, you silly, silly painting. I see you're in love with this woman because perhaps her rear end reminds you of the apple you're so fond of staring at. But there's no way she could love you. You're a simple painting. Now me, I could understand, for I was once a god before I was cursed to be a painting by my stepmother Juno, loved by many, and still loved now. But you are a simple bowler hat painting apple looker.
Quickly, class, gather around. We're going to go into this room next. Second graders have left the room. Now it's time for the third graders. Come along, Johnny. Quickly, we don't have a lot of time.
Oh, Miss Anderson, I'm Johnny's father, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, Johnny, go with the other kids real quick. Okay, I want to talk to your teacher in private, all right?
Yes, Mr. Adams.
Miss Anderson, I just wanted to let you know that ever since my wife and I got a divorce, you have been so wonderful with Johnny, my son. And I can't even express to you how much that means to me and my child. And I think you're incredible.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Adams. I have taken a special interest in Johnny. I know that you had recently gone through a divorce and I had noticed changes in him, but he seems to thrive now. It's the art, I believe. I mean, we come here so often and he loves, well, the Son of Man. He calls him the Apple Dude. He loves that painting. And he looks at the Mona Lisa. I sometimes think he weeps. It must remind him of his mother. And young sick Bacchus, if I didn't know any better, I thought I would think they were related.
Will you go out with me? I know this is forward. I know that teacher-parent relations don't happen, but I have to tell you, I'm just enthralled by you. I think you're absolutely incredible in every way, and I can't get you out of my mind.
Oh my.
Just a cup of coffee, low stakes.
Dear, I don't usually mix work with my students, but just coffee, you say?
Just coffee and good conversation, and who knows what could happen from there, if you're open.
Well, just coffee then in the afternoon. Okay, class, let's move on to the next room.
Sonny, are you okay?
That guy was all over her.
Don't you wish that you could just pop off the wall?
Yes. Yes, and this time I'm gonna do it!
Oh,
Yeah!
you're going to hurt yourself if you do that.
Oh, no, you look constipated. Perhaps you should hold a prune instead of an apple.
Bacchus, you see the problem. Sonny, you were named wrong. By giving you the name, the Son of Man, it's insinuating that you're an egg to become a chicken, a painting to become a man, but I don't think you shall ever be a man, Sonny.
But why? Why would my painter create me and create me so realistically that I feel love if I'm doomed to never, ever be able to touch the one I love?
If I knew the answer, I probably wouldn't be a painting.
I think
want
she's on to something. I think you might not be the chicken or the man. You're the egg, Sonny. I mean, pop off your hat if you can, and I'm sure you'd look very much like an egg.
Pop off my hat? I've never done that.
Well, perhaps there's something under there. I don't know if we want to see it, but... Go! Oh!
Oh
put
my
it back,
God!
Put it back. You are an egg. Oh.
Bacchus, he's absolutely perfect and beautiful. The shape, the dome, that is the exact shape of the Duomo in Florence. It's a beautiful shape. Your head is an egg of perfection, Sonny.
Lisa, eggs represent fertility. They represent potential. I am like an egg that has been hollowed out by a weasel who stuck its little tongue inside one end of the egg and drank up all the yolk, leaving nothing but an empty shell with no potential and no hair.
Barbara. Hey, Barbara, I need to talk to you real quick. I think it's our lunch break now, and
Yeah. What is
they
it?
don't pay too much attention to us employees here. Anyway,
Yeah.
Barbara, I played the wrong intro. I played the wrong intro sound at the opening of the museum. My head is a mess, Barbara.
Oh my God. Are you going to get fired?
If I keep making these kind of mistakes, I think I will. Like I was supposed to mop the floor last night, but I completely forgot about it. The dried vomit stayed there.
Oh my God, dude. What's going on with you? They're going to kick you out. They're laying off people left and right.
Listen, I haven't told anyone yet. Not even my wife. Hey, we've been trying to have kids for a while.
Oh,
It turns out I'm not fertile.
dude. Man, you've got the worst luck. It's like, what kind of man are you if you can't like give your wife a baby?
I know. I mean, who would want to be with me? No one. I'm an infertile, barren desert,
Wow.
swaying like a dried leaf, swaying in the wind, endlessly meandering, stuck in my own demise.
But okay, here's another thought. I mean, not everybody, like, not all women want kids. Maybe there's a woman out there who would find your infertility kind of reassuring. You know, some women don't want to get pregnant.
I wish I could believe what your words are, Barbara, but I think your words are just as fantastical as these three paintings right here. Mona Lisa, Bacchus, Son of Man. These are all just our hopes and dreams put on a thin sheet of canvas with nothing else to represent the future. I'm sorry, Barbara, I gotta go.
Oh, dude, let's go get a drink.
Let's go.
I need to tell you both something. Because I want you not to feel like an empty shell, Sonny. And like that man, I don't want you to feel like you have nothing to offer. Listen, I was painted on a piece of poplar, a piece of wood. And at some point, I was perhaps 200 years old. Somebody turned me over and discovered that some little bugs called termites had eaten a lot of me from the inside out. And they scraped away all of the bugs and put resin in place. And here I hang. And I don't think it means that I'm any less beautiful or have any less meaning in the world. And I am somewhat of a shell of a painting.
I don't know. I think that fellow has it more correct. I mean, I remember when I was very early on in my creation process, not even all of the apple was painted yet, but he painted my ears. And he brought a friend over to show him the painting and get some feedback on it. And the friend didn't really know where he was going with this. And so he explained to him. And what I understood was that Magritte's understanding of surrealism was that when an artist creates something, they can never, ever really create the truth. Because the truth lies within the human subconscious. And to have unfettered access to that unconscious is impossible, no matter how hard they try. And they try and they try by painting and sculpting and making all kinds of inventive creations, but they never really tap into the truth. They only end up in putting a shallow replica of the truth out there, like a shell without any yolk. That's what my painter's understanding of my existence is, an empty thing that is not real and not true.
Fred, I'm coming. I don't want to go in that room. I just don't. Today, you just don't even seem to see me. You're dragging me everywhere, and I'm tired of it, Fred.
Mary, come on. Why are you being such a square? I just want to go and check out some more artwork.
Fred, I have done everything you have asked me to do. My plastic surgeon says he's an artist, and he keeps cutting and he keeps shaping and he does all of these things just so that I can look beautiful for you. And
Yeah,
every time, what?
and it's almost there. You're almost perfect, okay? We just got to take another look at the Mona Lisa because I want him to capture the brow ridge. Look at the Mona Lisa.
Oh my God, Fred, you are blind. I have done
so much work on this body that I don't even look like myself. I don't even know what I look like anymore, what I used to look like, but I will tell you one thing. Inside, I know who I am, and it is not with you. So here in front of these paintings, I'm leaving you, Fred.
You're leaving me? How are you gonna live?
I will find a way.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You'll hear from my lawyer. Good luck to you.
Goodbye, Fred.
Humans.
Yeah, but did you see what just happened there?
Yes.
What just happened there was that woman who was being crafted and painted to be some other person's image of what they should be, rebelled.
You, Sonny, you should rebel and don't believe whatever surrealistic idea your painter implanted in you. It's just an idea.
Okay, let me stop you there. Now, Sonny, you're relatively new. You're what, 70 or so? I'm talking. Excuse me, young man. But I am going on 400 plus years. You don't think I've had these thoughts? You don't think that I wish that I could go back to Mount Olympus? But I simply can't. There's no rebelling. We are stuck where we are until our cursed stepmothers release us from these forms, or whatever turned you into a painting.
No, that is exactly not true. Just like the egg and the fowl that hatched it, whatever it was, and the chicken that came from it, none of that was planned. None of that was fated. It was accident. And that is not diminishing. That is expansive, because if nothing is planned and it's all nothing but some sick cosmic accident, then anything can happen. A painting can rebel against the very nature of art, and a human school teacher can fall in love with one.
Jeez.
Sonny, if she fell in love with you, what do you suppose she would do with you? You are on the wall, you're flat.
I understand, but there have been stranger marriages than that. Bacchus, in your ridiculous litany of mythology, hasn't there been all kinds of matches between human women and other things?
Well, to dive into that, I've been through many carnal affairs, and I've seen men fall for goats, women for stallions, and yes, at one point I saw a woman fall in love with a majestic fresco on a wall, and she slept and ate by it until she died.
Yes, and Pygmalion. Pygmalion, the Greek myth of Pygmalion, in which the sculptor Pygmalion created a statue that he fell in love with, and he loved it so deeply that the statue became real and loved him back. If Pygmalion could give life to his sculpture, why can't my Miss Anderson, through her love, give life to me?
Sonny, what could you possibly provide to this woman? She's a school teacher. She's supposed to spend her days lingering in this museum looking at your sorry apple face. She has a life beyond this place that you do not.
What life is there for anyone beyond love?
Well, that's a good point. I think I've been in love with Leo this entire time. It's probably what's kept me going. But honestly, it's not enough. I want something more.
Are you saying that even if Miss Anderson falls in love with me, that would not be enough to fulfill her?
Yes. It may not be enough for you either, Sonny.
I don't believe you. You're trying to keep me from her because you're jealous because you love me.
Ooh, drama. Lisa.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I didn't mean to blow up like that, but
Well,
we might as well let Bacchus know.
Bacchus, when the lights go down and only that one bulb flickers and we can't see you any longer, Sonny and I have been looking at each other.
Scandalous. I see.
But we decided that we just come from two different worlds and it would never work, didn't we, Lisa? We broke up amicably and you accepted that.
I did. I thought you were in your head too much.
Now, wait a moment. So you broke up because you're in two different worlds, and now you, a two-dimensional painting, fall in love with a three-dimensional human, and that's different?
Yes. Yes, it's different because the worlds that separated Lisa and I were not physical worlds. They weren't even artistic worlds. They were emotional worlds. I'm sorry, Lisa, but you weren't at the emotional place where I needed you to be.
You're the one that couldn't be with me emotionally because you are always in your head. And Bacchus, you may not understand this because being a Baroque painting, all you can think about is passion, but there's something in between. And Sonny, that you accuse me of not being emotional is just not fair. And I think you're capable of understanding what I mean.
Lisa, no offense, but you were painted by a man at a time when men did not really fully understand a woman's deep emotional life, and you represent all of his limitations.
Monica, I'm right behind you.
Okay,
Monica?
can you just push my chair a little bit more?
Yeah. Okay, I'll put you right in front of the apple dude.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy that you brought me here. I don't get out very much.
Oh, I know, Monica. That's why I just, today I was so happy, and then I got a phone call from my parents.
What is it? You look so sad.
They don't approve of us.
Is it because I'm a woman or because I'm a quadriplegic?
Because you can't walk. And what?
I knew it.
Monica, understand that's just how they feel. But I have to tell you, we said we would be honest with each other, and I'm so torn.
Torn? I thought you loved me. You said it didn't matter that I couldn't walk.
It doesn't matter, Monica, because I believe that you and I can run together in our dreams. But they said I have to face reality. And how will that look when I have my career and I need to go places, and they think that I'm just a caretaker? But Monica,
I
love you.
I love you too, but how can you think of not being with me just because of what other people are going to think? You know that I'm a complete person. And just because maybe you're going to be walking the red carpets doesn't mean I can't roll right next to you. No, but you're worried about what your parents are going to think.
My God, I'm so shallow. But I can't do this. I'm not brave enough. I'm just not.
Well, that's fine. You're definitely the weak one in this relationship. I'll be fine without you. I don't need you. I'll find me another person who's in a wheelchair too, who won't judge me because I can't walk.
Monica, wait.
No, I'm rolling out of here now.
You know, I think the two of you are just perfect for each other because both of you are in unrequited relationships. You, Lisa, are in love with a man who died centuries ago, and you, Sonny, are in love with a school teacher who doesn't even know you exist.
Didn't you learn anything from the people who were just looking at us? Just because Miss Anderson and I are in two different worlds doesn't mean love isn't strong enough to bridge the gap between us.
Stop it. Both of you Bacchus has a point, but Sonny, first of all, I don't like what you said to me earlier. I don't care what the man thought when he was painting me because I am more than that and I have seen things. And you are the one that I love. And if you are in love with some three-dimensional person who has a limited lifespan, who needs to eat and digest her food, then you're a fool, because standing next to you, or I should say hanging next to you, is someone that loves you. It's me. There, I've said it. Bacchus, you are wiser than I thought.
Well, Sonny, hold your lips because I have an anecdote that I think is perfect. You see, once when I was a god, I was beloved by many. I was a celebrity of sorts, and oh, so many women, Lord Bacchus, come bear my children. And always I would. But the problem is there's only one of me and many, many women. And I would jump from one to the other, and none of them would be satisfied because I could never stay. And that is you, Sonny. You want this woman to stay with you as a painting, but she'll grow tired of you. She'll jump from painting to painting so as to say, you need a god, someone your own kind, or a painting like Lisa.
Lisa, if it's true that you love me, then I'm going to ask you to do me a favor.
What?
You are considered to be the most beautiful woman in the world. People travel from all over the world to gaze at your smile and to look at your mysterious eyes. I want you to help me make Miss Anderson fall in love with me. Tell me, teach me, what can I do with my eyes the next time she comes to look at me to let her know that I'm here and that I'm alive?
Hey, Margaret. This is the wing. Yeah. See these three paintings here, Margaret?
Yes.
Yeah. Which one is your favorite, Margaret?
Oh, I've always favored the Mona Lisa. She's
Yeah.
just smaller in real life. I just hadn't realized that.
Exactly. Because I knew you'd feel differently when you stand in front of her. And the thing is, Margaret, you and I have been friends since, what was it, like the 6th grade? Yeah. And I've always had my eye on Angela Kapica. I was just chasing her for years, through high school, through college, and you were always there by my side, really close to my side. And I now realize, like the idiot that I should have realized then, but I hope it's not too late, Margaret. But I know why you were always at my side, because I know how you feel for me truly. And I spent decades yearning for a woman who never wanted me. I was swimming in my own imagination, not able to see the perfect partner right in front of me, Margaret, and that's you. And I just want to tell you, Margaret, that if you'll have me, I'll be yours. Because I was blinded before, but now I see. What do you say?
It's taken you decades to finally get it. I say, let's not waste another day.
I agree. Will you marry me, Margaret?
Yes.
Oh my God. I was hoping you say that because I got a party outside, and now I can finally celebrate with it. Let's go. Let's go get married tonight. Let's elope. Vegas, here we come.
Another proposal, and another day goes by.
This
Right.
Vegas, I really
So-
wonder what Vegas is. But Sonny, listen to me.
Yeah,
First of all, you have an apple in front of your eyes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's going to be really hard. And I love you enough that I will do my best to let this woman notice you in that way that people notice me, so that you can see that you're not enough for her and she won't be enough for you.
Oh, look, why don't we just try to put that pettiness aside, Lisa? And if you really love me like you say you do, then you'll help me. What do I do? What's the trick?
I will help you the next time Miss Anderson comes in.
Well, by my sundial, she should be here in just a few minutes for her next tour of third graders. So chop chop.
Well, when she comes in, as many notice, they think that I'm following them as they move around the room with my eyes. I will subtly move my eyes towards you each time she looks at me, but I will do it in a way that directs my passion towards you.
Ooh,
You move when the people are looking?
Just a little in the eyes. Usually it's because I'm fascinated with their clothing. But listen, I will do this, and I will not look at their clothing, but I will look into her eyes and direct them
this
to you.
this is great. No, Sonny, I will hold my.
Bacchus?
I didn't know if you could hear what I was saying, but I was saying I'll hold my grapes farther away to make your apple look larger to her.
You folks would do that to me?
Yes.
All right.
Only to prove a point that she won't love you, but we'll see.
Oh, I bet you're wrong. Lisa, I don't know how to thank you. You're a great pal. Oh my goodness, here she comes.
Class, the second graders have moved on, and the museum is going to close fairly quickly now. So get in there. Let's do it. Third graders, Sarah, Johnny, get in there. Go on. Right up close. Oh, I just need a minute. Yes, Johnny? Johnny?
My dad really likes you.
So, Johnny, let's focus quickly.
But do you like him?
I like your father, Johnny.
Well, I saw you two kissing. Does that mean you'll be my mama?
Oh, Johnny, that's what friends do. They kiss.
Oh, the friends kiss on the lips with their tongue swirling around? Okay.
Johnny.
Alexander, I think the woman in the little frame she's looking. Look, her eyes are moving.
That often
Oh,
Phenomena of art where you think that the painting is watching you as you move. Notice that in the eyes, they do look like they're following you around the room. But what I want you to look at, now class, this is where I need you to focus. The one that doesn't have the eyes, the one with the apple. Sarah, what do you think he's thinking?
I bet he's thinking, I wish I had this apple away from my face because it's blocking everything and I can't see.
And what do you think he wants to see, Sarah?
I think he wants to see that lady whose eyes moves.
Yes, I think you're right. I think in this room, there's love. And we'll go out and we're going to talk about that over our snacks.
Miss Anderson, oh God, I'm so sorry I'm late. I hope Johnny wasn't giving you too much trouble.
Oh no, he's fine. We're now going to leave the room and go get snacks, and we're going to talk outside about love. Come
I
on
would
along.
love to talk to you about that. Let's go, kids.
Put your tongue in his mom's mouth.
That's enough, Sarah. Let's go.
Dear patrons, the Museum of Art will close in 5 minutes. Please take your time to look at the final paintings and make your way to the exit. Thank you.
Oh, Sonny.
I hate to say I told you so.
Well, I guess you two were right. I guess I am an egghead after all.
But not in a bad way.
You know what? Screw that kid's father. You're much better looking than him. Even if your head is egg-shaped, his look like an eggplant or something.
And what man is there in the world that carries an apple in his mouth every day? None.
She doesn't love me. That kid was right. I can't see what's right in front of me because I have an apple in front of my face. I'm blind to the truth. I'm just an empty shell.
Sonny, there's a lot behind that shell. I know, because all these years that we've hung next to each other, and Bacchus, you can attest to this, the depth of conversations that we have had show me that you have so much inside of you. Please don't feel that way.
When I told you that you were emotionally limited and that's why I couldn't be with you, I was just lying. I was projecting. You're so deep, Lisa. I mean, look at that background behind you. It goes on forever, just like your soul and your eyes. And I hear you talk all day long, and I am afraid to even think of offering myself in true love to you because I'm so damn shallow and blind.
You are a little blind, but the fact that you can see all that, Sonny, that says everything. You can see who I am.
I only know that's your background because I see it in the pamphlets that the people hold when they stand there and look at us.
When I look at your background, I see clouds and sheep and moons and all kinds of beautiful shapes and things. There's a lot there. You're very deep.
You think behind all that cloudy sky, all those things are there?
I do, because I see them.
You are a beautiful, beautiful woman, Lisa.
Is this
You-
the point in time I need to ask a janitor to turn my painting around so I don't see what you two rapscallions get up to?
Well, I'm still kind of stuck.
We are flat, after all. There's not so much that we can do.
Hey, Bacchus, you're a god, right?
So I say.
Don't gods have the ability to join people together in unions in their sight?
Ah, yes, like a minister, of course I have that power.
Hey, Lisa, I have two questions. One is, can you ever forgive me for being so blind?
I already forgave you.
And two is, will you join in an eternal union with me?
Sonny, I will.
Bacchus?
Well, you said most of my lines for me, but we'll go over it once again. Do you, Applehead, take Mona Lisa to
You
be...
know, just for the record, it's Arnold.
Arnold. Arnold. Oh, what a
All right,
beautiful
do you,
name.
Arnold Applehead, take the Mona Lisa to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
And you, Mona Lisa, take Arnold Applehead to be your lawfully wedded husband in sickness and in health and in getting faded by the sun?
I do.
Then, by the power vested in me by the gods of Mount Olympus, I now pronounce you two paintings, painting and painting.
Lisa, tonight, from the moment the museum closes until it opens, I'm going to imagine those eyes of yours looking at me.
Oh, Sonny, I will do the same.
Dear patrons, the Museum of Art is now closed.
And that's our show, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's bring back all of our cast. Yay. And on the count of three, let's give our audience a bow. 1, 2, 3. And now I'd like to turn it over to our artistic director, Mr. Ken Adams.
Thank you so much, Lynn. How about an at-home round of applause for Lynn Shields, our host tonight, and for all of the actors here before you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here for the world debut of the Improvised Museum of Art. We had such a blast putting this show together for you. I really do hope you enjoyed it. But this is not all we do. We are here every Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific time, every Friday at 7 o'clock Pacific time with a brand new show. We'll be back with the Improvised Museum of Art later on, but tomorrow night, Friday at 7 o'clock, come back right here and we are going to have another world debut for you, and that is Just Saying, the Pat Fuddled and Chris Pickled show, an improvised play in the style of a talk show. That one was conceived and directed by Nikki right down there. Wave hello, Nikki. So come on out and see Nikki's directorial debut tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Folks, if you were looking at us and thinking, wow, improvisation looks like fun, well, you're right, it is. And if you're wondering, hey, can I do that? Yes, you can. Synergy Theater teaches improv classes online. We have everything from beginning classes all the way up to master classes in how to improvise a full-length play, just like you saw us doing tonight. If you'd be interested in taking a class with us, please do. You'll have a blast. All of our classes are starting up fresh next week, right at the beginning. So go to synergytheater.com, click on our class pages, look at what we're offering, and take a class. We would love for you to do that very much. Finally, Synergy Theater is a nonprofit arts organization, and we rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons, especially now that so much of our traditional revenue stream has been taken away from us. So if you are of the means and would want to help us out so that we can continue to bring you live improvisational theater for as long as we're here inside and never at any admission price to our audience, then please go to synergytheater.com, click on Support Synergy Theater, and help us out with whatever amount of donation you can offer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Stay safe. Synergy Theater loves you. Good night.